Yeah, but like which section?
There is no section here.
Oh, did you move it?
Okay, here we go. All right, now
These are falling.
here we go. Listen. You did 26, 27, 28. 26, 27, 28. They were all in your book. I did not do anything in the book with 26 or 7. Last week, you and I, we went left, right, up, down, stretch, compress, reflect. We did all that on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Then Friday came, we did section 2A. You went to your book, you did it. Now we're back again. And now your book does a really, really poor job on this next section. So poor that we just said, we're going to teach it. We're going to give you worksheets. We're going to teach it tomorrow. We're going to give you worksheets. So it's just worksheet. And the rest of the week, Wednesday, Thursday, will be review for what?
Test.
Friday test. Now here's the bad news. I just saw this today. It's not bad news. You guys actually like this. It's a pep rally on Friday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But pep rally on Friday is always 7th hour, so 2 to 3 o'clock. Which means all the periods get what? Down from 50 down to 40.
45.
Well, here's the deal. 40 minutes to do a test, you're not going to make it. So, Thursday at the end of class, I'm going to start the test. What do I mean by that? Probably the last 15 minutes of class, like 1:45. From 1:45 to 2 o'clock, you get started on the test. 2 o'clock comes, bell rings, you go. Come back the next day, you finish. And we only have 40 minutes on Fridays, okay? So by the end of Thursday's class, you'll have to be ready. And I will try to tell you, this is the section I'm going to hit. And it might be this section, because you're doing this on Monday and Tuesday, and you can even review on Wednesday with this section. This might be a nice section to start the test with. Okay, so what are we doing? What's it say? Piecewise function. So what they're saying to you is this. You get actually a function, 3x plus 2, and a function, x minus 1. How many functions do you get?
2.
2 functions, and each function will be linear, which is a line and a line. Now here's the deal. I only want a piece of it. I don't want the whole line, I just want a piece of it. So watch this. It's like saying, that's all I want, just this side. And then maybe here's another line. And all I want is that side of the line. That's all I want. So I just want a piece of the line and a piece of the line. That's what we call piecewise graphs. Okay? All right. You ready to get started? Sure. Okay. Now take a look at this. F of x equals 3x plus 2. That is a line. F of x equals x minus 1. That is a line. I only want a piece of the line. What piece do I want? It says if you plug in what values? If you plug in x values from what?
Greater or less than 3.
Does that say greater than 3?
No, less than.
That says less than 3.
Okay.
So here's the deal. I want to know what x values I actually plug into this function. So this is known as your domain. These are the x values that you can use. So what x's can I actually use? 3 and below. So you know what I do? I just make a quick little chart. Okay. Now 3 and below would be those numbers. Now I'm very visual, and because I'm very visual, I like to see what numbers I can actually plug in. So what goes into the top function? 3, 2, 1, 0, negative 1, and so on. Okay, so what goes in the bottom function? Here it says what? Any numbers what?
Higher than 3.
Higher than 3. So then that would mean, in that function I can plug in that way. Now why did I leave that one open and that one closed? Can't use 3 where? On the bottom function. 3 does not go in the bottom function. Where does 3 go? Top. But what's the first number I can actually put in this one?
2.
4. Did you say 4?
4.
Okay, I can use 4, but I'm not sure if that's the first number.
4.9.
3 point what?
3.1.
3.00001. Or could I use 0.0000000000001, right? So I can use just something slightly bigger than 3. But here's the deal. I'm not going to. I'm going to actually use the number 3. I'll put 3 into this function. And here's the deal. When I do graph it, 3 does not really belong in this function. So when I graph it on my grid over there, I'll graph it like this with an open circle. Open circle means 3 does not belong in this function. When I graph 3 in this function, I'll actually graph it with a what circle? Closed. So sometimes it's closed and sometimes it's open. Open when there's no equal, closed when there's an equal. Okay? Does that make sense? It might not make sense this minute, but when we start graphing, I think that will make more sense to you. Okay, here we go. So here's your job. A, B, C. Your job is to do this. Evaluate f of x when x is 0, 3, and 6. So your job will be this. F of 0, what's the answer? F of 3, what's the answer? F of 6, what's the answer? Well, for you to get answers, you got to know which function to put them in. So if you're going to use f of 0, okay, x is 0. If your x value is 0, where does 0 go? Is 0 using the top function or the bottom function?
Top.
Yeah, it's right here. 0 actually belongs in the top function. So you would say 3 times what?
3 times 0.
3 times 0 plus 2. I'm putting 0 in the top function because it says if you try x value is less than 3, go in the top function. What's the answer?
2.
2. 0 goes in, 2 comes up. It's a point. It's just a point on your graph. Okay, try 3. What function does 3 really belong to? It does belong in the top one, so let's put it in the top. 3 times 3 plus 2. 11. Okay. Okay, so 3 goes in, 11 comes up. Right? Okay, try f of 6. By the way, 6 falls where? Compared to 3, it falls where? Over here. So try it in the bottom function. 6 take away 1. 5. So 6 goes in, 5 comes up. And I hope you understand that every time I did this, I was finding a point on the line. So my first point might have been, let's go with green. This point would have been what? 0 goes in, 2 comes up. This one would have been 3 goes in, 11 comes up. 6 goes in, 5 comes up. So what I was just finding points on the graph is all I was doing. Okay? Are you okay with this? All I care about is you know which function to put it in, top or bottom. You feel okay? Okay, we're going to graph it now. And I don't have the functions in front of me, so it's kind of hard. F of x equals what?
F of x equals
3x minus 1, I know the bottom.
3x plus 2 is on the top.
3x plus 2 on the top. Okay. Okay. Now, here's the way I would do your assignment today. I would say, okay, I'm going to graph the top function. And then I'm going to graph what? The bottom function. Okay. Okay, bottom, top. Okay, so if I'm going to graph the top function, I need to know where to start. And the starting point will always be whatever they told you what I call the breaking point is. Okay, I want you to come back up here. Right about here, guys, this is where the line, the graph that you're going to graph, it's going to break. You're going to get a break in your graph, so I call it the break point. Or you can call it this word, because this word might make more sense to you. It's where you what? Start. Every time you graph a piecewise graph, start somewhere. Well, you're going to start at 3 and 3. So here I go. Okay, when I graph this, the top function is f of, and I would graph 3.
Yeah.
So if you put 3 in, you get what?
If you put 3 in, you get 11.
You get 11. We already did this one, didn't we? you get 11. Okay. We also did another one up there, didn't we?
Yeah.
What else was? Oh, wait a minute. Wasn't it this way? Numbers less than 3 and numbers greater than 3. So what do we try?
F of 0.
F of 0. What did F of 0 get us?
2.
2. Okay, so I already know that point. Okay, so I got a point. 3, 11, and 0, 2. Give me one more. I always try 3. I need a number less than 3. I've already tried 0. I've already tried 3.
2.
2? Okay, F of 2. If you try 2, your answer is
8.
It's 8. Okay. Now, you know what you have? You have a piece of the line. You have that piece or whatever. You have something like that. So here I start at 3, 11. So I go where? 1, 2, 3, and then up 11. I'm right on the edge of my graph paper. And that's my start point. Start at 3. Then I'm going to try 0, 2. 0 goes in, 2 comes out. The other point was 2 goes in, 8 comes out. Okay. Now here's what might be tough for you. Which point out of those 3 is the start point? Is this the starting point? Do I go this way? Or do I start here and go this way?
Start it.
You start it, yeah, you start right here at 3. This is called the starting point. 3 is your start point. You start at 3, you put in 2 and you got 8. Then you put in 0 and you got 2. And you can keep putting more and more numbers in, but all it's going to do is graph that side of the line. That's the side of the line I want. Starting at 3, 11, I want you to go left. Now, when you start at 3 and get bigger with your x's, I want the other function. So I am going to put in 3. Even though 3 does not belong with this function, when you put it in, you get what? 3 minus 1, you get what? 2. So you'll go graph 3, 2 now. 3, 2. Any guesses why I left it open? Because it's really not part of that function. Daydreamers, quit daydreaming. I see daydreamers out there. You're already thinking about 3 o'clock. Quit thinking about 3 o'clock. Okay. Next, you want to try a number what?
Above 3.
Give me another number.
6.
We already did 6, okay. F of 6 was what? 5. Give me one more.
500.
What?
Million.
I don't want a million.
4.
4. 4 goes in, what comes out?
3.
3. So you got this answer, 4, 3, and you got 6, 5. So go graph 4, 3. 4, 3, and then go graph 6, 5. Okay? Just so you know, I like 3 points. The reason I like 3 points is the third point is kind of like a checkpoint. You can graph 2 points. You'll always have a line, but you won't know if you're right. The third point better fall where? On the line, exactly. So if I start at 3, 2, and I take off, boom, right here, then I'm here. I pretty much know I'm right because it's all 3 points fall on the line. So didn't I tell you you only want a piece of each line? Yeah, that's what I said right away. Now, see, here's a quick secret. Quick secret is, this is a function. It's a piecewise function. Should it pass the vertical line test?
Yes.
Remember the vertical line test? Is it a function? Right? You should hit it what?
Once.
Once. Would I hit it once here?
Mm-hmm.
Here?
Mm-hmm.
What about right here when I draw a vertical line? Did I hit it once?
Yeah.
That one is once. That one I really didn't hit it, did I?
Oh,
No. So it still passes the vertical line test. If you ever do something like this, because this is what happens to a lot of students. Some students turn this in on the test. This one, solid here, and they'll go open here, and they'll go like this. Is this really a function?
No.
Draw a vertical line. You hit it twice. You know it's wrong. It's wrong. If you hand this in on the test, you just know you did it wrong. A piecewise function is a function. This tells me, no, it's not. You did it wrong. You should only hit it once. Okay? All right, is there another one on the bottom?
No.
Yeah, there is right there.
Oh, it's on the next.
Oh, is it on the next page?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then day 2. Okay, gotcha. All right, guys, let's get started on this one and then see what we can do. I would start by writing these 2 words. Top function, bottom function, right? Then, if you're visual like I am, you might want to say to yourself, okay, what numbers can I actually use when it comes to the top function? It says what? All x values greater than 2, which means to me anything that way goes in the top function. 2 does not really belong in that function, but you will start at 2. Okay, what about the next one? Okay, so less than or equal. This way. And again, if those number lines don't help you, then don't bother doing it. Just I do it because I like to see where each number goes. So if I want the top function, I need to come up with x values that will go into that top function. Okay, where do I always start?
2.
At the breaking point. 2, 2, right here. It's right here. 2, 2. Put a 2 in. Now when you put 2 in, what's it get us? 2/3 of 2, right? Plus 2/3, right? Okay. All right, what's 2/3 times 2/1? 4/3 plus 2/3 makes what?
6/3.
6/3. Okay, 6/3 actually makes 2, doesn't it? The answer is 2 goes in,
2 comes up.
2 comes up. If I went and graphed it, I can do that right now. Right there. Should I go solid or
Solid.
closed? Or solid or open?
Solid.
2 does not belong with this function.
Okay, no.
So it's open. It's open. Okay, so it's open at 2, 2. Question is, where do we go from 2, 2? Well, now we need to try a couple more points. Let's go with what?
4.
Okay, you need numbers that are what?
Google.
Greater than 2, like what?
3.
3, 4, 5.
4.
Why are you picking 4?
It's double the.
You see that number in the bottom, 2/3?
Yeah.
What if the 3 went into that number even? What would be a good number to try?
3.
6, okay. The 3 would have been good. Should try 3.
Yeah.
It's quicker. F of 3. 3 is bigger than 2. Let's try it. 2/3 times 3 plus 2/3, right? Okay. 3's cancel, right? 3's are out. What's now all that's left is 2 plus 2/3. What's the answer?
2 and 2/3.
2 and 2/3. So 3 goes in, 2 and 2/3 comes out. That'd be about right. Oh my goodness. It's like right next to it. That's what I don't like about picking x values that are one after another. They get so close together. So let's try one more. Let's try to get further away from that.
Choose 9.
Use 9. That's getting away. F of 9. What's 2/3 of 9 plus 2/3?
6 and 2/3.
This is what?
6 and 2/3.
3 goes into 3 once. 3 goes in here 3 times. 2 times 3 is 6. 6 plus 2/3 is what? 6 and 2/3. So if you go 9 to the right, you go up what?
6 and 2/3.
6 and 2/3. Okay. 9 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 2. thirds. There it is. There it is. Got it. But I don't have what? I don't have the other function, right? So now in this function, you use numbers that are equal to 2 or less than 2. So give me a couple numbers. 2 goes in. What else?
0.
0 goes in. Okay, what else?
1.
What?
1.
You're gonna go one right after another? I don't want to. I want to skip around a little bit. 2, 0, negative 2, perfect. Anything 2 or less works. Okay. Here's the function. It's negative x. What?
Plus 2.
Plus 2. Okay, so here we go. 0 goes or 2 goes in. You get what?
Negative
Negative 2 plus 2 is what?
0.
0. 0 goes in. Negative 0 plus 2 is what?
2.
2. Negative 2 goes in. This is kind of weird now. It says negative 2 goes in, negative, followed by a negative 2 plus 2. Double negative makes positive, right? 2 plus 2 is 4. There you go. Here are the 3 answers. 2, 0, 0, 2, negative 2, 4. Good? Okay, so 2, 0, right here. By the way, 2, 0 is solid. How come?
Because it belongs on line.
Because 2, the x value 2 actually belongs in that function. Then I got to graph 0, 2, which is right here. And then I did negative 2 and got what?
4.
4 right here. And there it goes. It's a piece of one line, it's a piece of another line, and there it is. And it breaks apart. Where does it break apart?
2.
At 2. On the x-axis, at 2, your line just gets cut off. You graph part of one line and part of another line, and that's it. Okay? Questions? Here is your assignment. I'd like 1, 2, 3, 4 done in the next minute. As soon as you get it, you get about a minute. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Try to get it done. Where did she get it?
Got it. Second one down.
Yeah.
You got a voice.
Okay, go. Get those answers. Now, some of you guys are 30 seconds ahead because you got it earlier, but if you got them, go to the next set. Go to 5, 6, 7, 8.
This is whole thing tomorrow.
The whole thing's due tomorrow. Yep. Are you guys looking how I show my domain? I show my domain with a picture. It says, if you have x values less than or equal to 3, go to the top function. If you have x values greater than 3, go with the bottom function. That's what it says. Okay, so, Adrian, what'd you get for f of 7?
13.
You got 13. Do you agree?
Yeah.
The number 7 is greater than 3. Go with this function, the bottom. So 2 times 7, take away 1. He said 13. I agree with him.
You have to write in the function when you're
No.
Okay.
I'm just trying to tell everybody.
Okay, cash. Make
Branson, f of 0, where'd you put it? Top or bottom function? He says bottom. Would you agree?
I know.
Oh, now he wants top. Do you agree with his top?
Yeah.
Yeah? Because 0 is less than 3, I'd go top also. 0 plus 5 is what? 5. F of 3. Ethan, you don't agree with me?
I'm just wondering.
Oh, it looks like you disagree. Now look, see that 0?
Yes.
That 0 is less than 3. I should go with the top
Okay,
function.
that's where I'm.
See, you guys are gonna get-
Never mind, yeah.
You're going to get a couple wrong on the test or quiz because you're going too quick. Okay, f of 3. Harry, where do I put it? Where do I put f of 3?
Top.
He says top. 3, it says right here. If you're gonna use 3, it belongs in the top function. He's right. 3 plus 5 is 8. Got it. F of 5. Lewis, where do I put it?
Bottom.
Bottom, because 5 is over here, right? Here's 5. Yeah, bottom. 2 times 5. Take away 1. What is it? 9. It is 9. Okay. Good? Yeah? 5, 6, 7, 8. Same thing. Same thing. Just different functions. G of x. Okay? I'm not doing those with you. Now, 9, 10, 11, I'm going to do number 10 with you. You have to do 10 with me because this is the hardest one. 10. Okay? You can start. I'll catch up. Number 10. Okay, now, the top function known as 3x minus 1, you can only use that top function if you plug what numbers in? Say it again. You're doing 10. Any number greater than or equal to what?
-1.
And that's why I put my picture like that. So -1 actually works, so does 0, so does 1, so does 2. So just tell me what numbers you want me to put in. Gotta start with what though? The -1. That's called the break point or the start point. Now give me a number bigger than -1. 0. Now another one. 1. Could you have done 2? Could you have done 3? Yes. Okay. So if you want to get further and further away from each point, do that. Go by 2s or go by 3s. Okay, here we go. -1 goes in. -1 times 3 is -3. Take away 1. The answer is -4. -1 goes in, -4 comes up. What is 0 in? -1. That's an easy one, I hope. Put 1 in. 3 times 1. Take away 1. Answer? 2. Right? So, out of all these points, which one's known as the starting point? The -1, wherever it tells you, -1, -1, yeah. So now go -1, -4. Right about here. Open or close it. Okay, it's closed because you are told -1 works with this function. If you've got a closed dot or an equal sign, it's closed. So it's closed here. Where's the next point? 0, -1. Next point is 1, 2. You see it? There it is. That's the piece of the line I want. Now that was not the hard one. It's the other one that's kind of hard. Now if you go to the other function, what is it?
Negative 5.
Yes, but it only works when you plug what in for x? Negative 1, you got to plug it in. Even though it says don't do it, do it. Then you got to plug in probably what? Negative 2, negative 3, right? So we're going to plug in first negative 1, then we'll plug in negative 2, then we'll probably plug in negative 3. And what are we going to get? Ready? Go plug it in. Negative 1 goes in. Where do you see an x value to put it into?
You don't.
You don't. There is no x value. So you know what this really says? F of x, which is y equals,
Negative 5.
the answer is what?
Negative 5.
All the time. So when you put in negative 1, you get out negative 5. When you put in negative 2, you get out negative 5. Negative 3,
Negative 5.
negative 5. Oh! I wonder what that is when you grab it. Negative 1, negative 5. Left 1, down 5. Open circle because negative 1 really doesn't belong to that function. Negative 2 goes in, what do you get? Negative 5. Negative 3 goes in, negative 5. Negative 4 goes in, negative 5. What are we getting? Horizontal line for number 10. So when do you get horizontal lines? When you see what?
No x value.
No x value? I was just going to say, when you see a number, just a number. A constant. If you see a constant, it's just a horizontal line. Going through the y-axis at negative 5. Well, actually, ours didn't even go through the y-axis, did it? Okay. Okay, there are 2 sides to this. There's 6 on the back. You have 2 more to do, so you probably have 8 piecewise graphs, and then 5, 6, 7, 8 will not take you very long. 5, 6, 7, 8. Did I get your homework up here? Yes. Okay.